Modern GP motorcycles pack massive horsepower into incredibly light frames, generating explosive forward thrust right off the line. But that extreme lightness introduces a physics problem. When a rider opens the throttle, all that rear wheel torque pushes the motorcycle forward so violently that the front wheel naturally tries to lift straight up into a wheelie. To stop the motorcycle from flipping backward, engineers rely on electronic anti-wheelie systems. The moment the front tire leaves the asphalt, the computer steps in and automatically cuts engine power to bring the nose back down. In a sport determined by fractions of a second, forcing a computer to throttle down your engine is a critical flaw. Every time the electronics intervene to save the rider, the motorcycle sacrifices acceleration and lap time. To solve this, designers borrowed an idea from aviation and bolted aerodynamic winglets directly to the nose of the motorcycle. These inverted airfoils split oncoming air, generating high pressure above the wing and low pressure beneath. This vacuum creates 30 to 50 kilograms of downward pressure, physically pinning the front wheel directly to the pavement. Because the downforce counteracts the lift, riders can keep the throttle wide open as they accelerate out of a corner. The electronic safeties stay asleep, and the engine delivers uninterrupted power. Pushing down on the front tire also eliminates the dangerous floating sensation riders experience at 200 miles per hour, and it stabilizes the entire chassis under heavy braking. Which brings us to the central paradox of modern motorcycle racing. Winglets perfectly solve the power problem, eliminate high-speed float, and drastically shorten braking distances. Yet, MotoGP is heavily restricting this exact technology starting in 2027. There is a logical assumption that adding massive downward pressure to a motorcycle leaning 60 degrees into a turn would simply push the bike wide, right off the track. This visualization of a cornering tire shows why that doesn't happen. Because racing tires possess an exceptionally high coefficient of friction, the angled force pushes the rubber harder into the asphalt, actually increasing cornering grip. But grip comes at a severe mechanical cost. The immense aerodynamic pressure at the front of the bike drastically increases its yaw moment, making the steering feel incredibly heavy when moving at high speeds. Tipping the motorcycle into a corner and changing direction is no longer a delicate balancing act. It is an exhausting test of brute physical exertion for the rider fighting against the sheer weight of the air. The true consequences of this engineering become obvious once we pull back from a single rider and look at a dense pack of motorcycles trying to race on the same piece of track. This illustrates the wake behind a winglet-equipped bike. The trailing air is churned into a turbulent mess called dirty air. When a trailing rider drafts the leader, they punch into this pocket. Front-end downforce drops to zero, and the motorcycle shakes violently. The disruption goes much deeper than just stability. That chopped-up airflow fails to cool the trailing motorcycle, starving both the front tire and the engine radiators of fresh air. Deprived of cooling, the trailing rider experiences dangerous spikes in both tire temperature and pressure, which completely destroys the mechanical grip needed to navigate corners. Winglets are a brilliant invention for a solitary time trial, but in a full grid, they actively break the racing ecosystem by making close-quarters overtaking nearly impossible. When Ducati first popularized this tech around 2015, there were almost no rules. Engineers attached sharp, aggressively protruding carbon fiber fins directly to the exterior bodywork. These designs raised immediate safety alarms across the paddock. Riders like Danny Pedrosa compared the protruding wings to knives, warning that they could cause severe, slicing injuries during multi-bike collisions. The danger was severe enough that regulators banned protruding wings entirely in 2016. Manufacturers were forced to redesign their fairings, hiding the aerodynamic shapes inside smooth, integrated aero bodies. While the integration solved the slicing hazard, it did absolutely nothing to fix the dirty air. To save the competitive nature of the sport, regulators agreed to a massive reset for 2027. The new rules mandate physically smaller bodywork. The maximum width of the front fairings will be significantly reduced. The nose of the bike will be pushed backward, and the rear aerodynamic elements are strictly capped. The objective is simple: weaken the aerodynamics. By intentionally designing a less effective winglet, engineers will drastically reduce the chaotic, turbulent wake trailing behind the bikes. Engineering the perfect racing machine resulted in a slower, more dangerous race.
Pushing the nose back in 2027 is a deliberate choice to weaken the machine, so that human skill, rather than aerodynamic grip, determines the champion.